Hi YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Thursday. We got March 24th. We got 5 games on the NBA slate tonight, and I do apologize. We do have a car video, but like I've told you guys, we are going to grind to get these videos out no matter where we are, where we're staying, anything like that. So yeah, hair's wet. I'm a mess. It's raining out. The audio might stink for this one because I got the iPad on the car dashboard and it's pouring on the windshield, but I do apologize for that. But one thing I don't apologize for is the absolute fire that we are on right now, ladies and gentlemen. We went 4-1 in our personal picks last night. The ride of the day did not hit, so we went 4-2 overall, but again, 4-1 in our picks. But again, I got to I own up and take credit for the loss of the ride of the day too in terms of my record. I'm counting it. I'm putting my money where your mouth is, and it was a good ride. I looked into this. We'll pop up a picture right now. I'm on the iPad, so I can't give the editing job of popping it up there. But we had Why You Camp with the ride of the day. He gave me a couple. Isaiah Stewart over 8.5, Donovan Mitchell over 4.5 assists, and Jalen Green over 2.5 threes. We rode with Donovan Mitchell because Mitchell had been killing it. That assist number looked like something he could easily do, but unfortunately for me and Why You Camp here, out of our control, my Boston Celtics absolutely took it to the Jazz. Blowout game, and Donovan Mitchell didn't play that many minutes. I almost rode with Isaiah Stewart over 8.5 rebounds, and I didn't, and that one hit, so that one's partial on me. But overall, guys, 4-2 last night. We had the Nets. That was our sole spread pick of the day yesterday. That did not come through. That one actually a couple times during that game, I was keeping an eye on the box score. I didn't watch the game. A couple times during that game looked like there could be a potential for the Nets to actually pull away with that one, but that didn't come through. But we had the Suns -1.5. Cha-ching. We had Harrison Barnes under 6.5 rebounds. Sweat, but cha-ching. Spencer Dinwiddie under 7.5 assists. That cashed. And CJ Ellaby under 10.5 points. This is a crazy line to me. The guy finished with 2 points. Like, that was such an easy play to me, but we cashed it, guys. We went 3-0 in our player props. We are an absolute fire, and I see you guys in the comments that are parlaying the player props, and you're like, holy crap, we just went 3 for 3, 3 for 3, whatever. But, yeah, guys, I'm excited. We are still on absolute fire. We were on a 20-4 run before this. This brings us to a 24-6. Actually, no, we don't conclude I guess if we include the ride of the day, yeah, 24-6 run this week. So I'm very, very excited to jump on here and do another video. I do still apologize for just doing it on my iPad and everything like that. We don't have the graphics, don't have the slate, everything like that. And unfortunately, I can't shout out the new members today, but there are a bunch of them, and you guys damn sure you're going to be getting a shout out and a pop-up on the screen tomorrow. But guys, yeah, if you do want to support the channel, there's a link in the description, a join button, and for $2.99 a month, you get an emoji next to your name. You get to use a special emoji in the comments, and we have a lot more perks coming too. So please consider supporting the channel and joining. $2.99 a month. There's a link. There's going to be a join button if you're on desktop next to the subscribe button. But yeah, guys, that's a great way to support the channel. But let's get into today's slate. You guys know what we do here. We go through each and every game, and then in my pinned comment is where my final plays will be. I give you my lean on each game. I give you what I'm thinking, but my final plays, what I'm actually be rolling with, will be in the pinned comment. So make sure you check that out closer to game time. I update it throughout the day, and we also have a Discord link in the pinned comment as well if you guys want to join that. But I've talked about this. I've just rambled and rambled and rambled, but I am excited for these videos lately, man, because we're an absolute fire. I can't thank you guys enough for the support you've shown. We've gained almost 1,000 subscribers in 2 days, which is just absolutely crazy to me that you guys would want to jump on here and watch and listen to a dummy like me. But I do appreciate it so much. So please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and yeah, about the hashtag ride of the day, use hashtag ride of the day in the comments. Give me a player prop you want me to ride with, and I'll pick one in the comments, and I'll jump on board and you guys get a shout out, win or loss next video. But here we go. We got the Toronto Raptors taking on the Cavs here. Raptors 3.5 point favorites. Raptors are at home here. This Cavs team, we call them the Covering Cavaliers around here. You know that. In their last 10 games, though, against the spread, they're 5-4-1. They're 2-2 on the road against the spread. This Toronto team is 6-4 against the spread in their last 10, but 0-2 at home in their last 2 here. These two teams played earlier in March, and Cleveland took it to them 104-96. In terms of injuries, Rondo's out, Jared Allen's out, Wade is out, and for Toronto, OG Anunoby is questionable, and Gary Trent Jr. is questionable as well. Cleveland's coming off that loss to the Lakers, which it looked like they, honestly, I think everyone and their grandmother was betting Cleveland that night. I actually stayed off of it, but I was surprised they got that loss. And then Toronto, we were on the right side of that one against the Bulls the other night. I think we're going to lean the underdog here in Cleveland. I do feel like they struggle with Jared Allen out. I think he's one of the best big men right now in the league. But I like the fact that we're getting 3.5 points, some change here. So I'm going to lean Cleveland here plus 3.5. Guys, make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment to see if this is going to be a final play. Next up, we have the Pelicans taking on the Bulls. Bulls 1-point favorites here on the road. In their last 10 games, this Bulls team has been tough against the spread. 2-8 in their last 10, and this Pelicans team has actually been pretty good. Relatively speaking to where they were at the beginning of the year. These two teams played early in the year when Chicago was on fire, and Chicago absolutely took it to them. Levine is probable, and DeMar DeRozan's questionable, so I think it's all going to come down to that, obviously. Your two best players are not guarantees to play right now, so we are going to lean Bulls with the exception, the caveat, I should say, that DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine play, both of them, because this Pelicans team, coming off that loss to Charlotte, they still are without Brandon Ingram, obviously, so I think we're going to just lean the team that I feel like could catch a little bit of fire here late in the year. This Bulls team has been absolutely tough, but they are 2-0, they're 2-10 in their last 12 games against the spread. One of those covers happened just a couple nights ago, so I think that we're going to lean Bulls here. Maybe they're catching a little bit of fire. I don't know. You guys know that I've kind of been dumb betting the Bulls this year because they made us so much money in the beginning of the year. I've showed some loyalty and stuck with them, and then they just, they're 2-8 against the spread in the last 10. We've started to lose with them, but I do think that they are better than this Pelicans team if DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine play. So we'll keep an eye on that injury report. All right, here we go. We got the Grizzlies 12.5-point favorites over the Pacers. Pacers, in their last 10 games here, they're 4-6 against the spread. Grizzlies 5-5. They're 7-3 straight up, though. Both teams coming off of a back-to-back. Indiana losing to Sacramento last night, close game, and Memphis beating Brooklyn. The total for this game is interesting to me. The total right now is set at 235.5. I think these two teams, yes, they could play some fast-paced basketball, but coming off of two close sort of back-and-forth games last night, I almost want to lean under here, but you guys know we've been ice cold when it comes to totals here, so I don't want to really give you guys a lean that I don't truly believe in. My under-research and whatnot has absolutely stunk this season, I can admit that. I mean, we're 24-6 in our last 30 plays, so I don't have a problem admitting what I'm bad at, because we've been way better than bad lately. But I think that is a little bit of a lean for us. But overall, I do think that I lean Pacers here. I don't want to lean Pacers. This is one that I'm probably not going to play. When I can tell you guys that it's probably not going to be a final play. But I don't love the idea that this is going to be a back-to-back spot for Memphis. Ja Morant didn't play last night, so if Ja Morant plays, I guess I could do a complete 180. I feel like I'm on the fence about this game, and you guys can tell by the way I'm explaining it. Ja Morant plays, I could see the 12.5 panning out because your best player is coming off of a day rested. So if that's the caveat that we throw in there, then sure, we can lean Memphis. But if Ja Morant still waits it out and doesn't play, then I think they're going to lean Pacers here because that's just a chunk of change. All right, a couple more games left here, guys. Before we get into those, I'm asking you guys to hit that subscribe button. Comment your plays for the night. I love seeing all the comments. We're getting plenty of comments on videos, and I truly do appreciate it. And then, again, consider joining the channel. We have a link in the description. We have a link in the pinned comment, and there's also a join button next to the subscribe button if you guys are on a computer and not a phone or tablet. But, I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate it. That's the reason I'm getting up early, jumping in the car here, and recording a video. I wish that and it's funny, the rain kind of stopped and died down right as we were doing the video, so someone's looking out for us. But I do just appreciate every single second someone spends on these videos. All right, Bucks 12-point favorites over the Wizards. This game is one where I don't really need to put in much research here, to be completely honest. I think this Bucks team obviously wants to hold on to where they are. I think that we lean Bucks here. They're coming off of whooping Chicago 126-98. This Bucks team is good. It's getting late in the year. If they don't have any surprise sits, all of a sudden it's oh, we're not going to play Giannis because we're playing a bad team, then you lean Bucks. But that is the tricky part of the NBA season right now. That the fact that, we could bet in the morning here, Bucks -12, and then they say, we're playing the Wizards. The Wizards aren't good. We can beat them without Giannis, and they sit Giannis. So keep an eye on the injury report, or keep an eye on that, because it has happened. I think that happened to us a couple weeks ago. It's probably happened to us twice in the last few weeks, I think, with Giannis. At least once, where Giannis all of a sudden it's yeah, he's not playing. Why? Oh, well, he's just he's not playing. So that's going to happen as we get closer and closer to the end of the NBA season. But it is what it is, guys. We got to keep an eye on it. So I'm going to lean Bucks. It's a huge number. I don't love many of these games tonight, if I'm being completely honest. So keep an eye on the player props in the pinned comment, guys. If you are making it this far in the video, you know that the player props, all the explanations and further reasoning and research, I put in the Discord. So you're going to want to join the Discord too. But my player props have been on fire lately, which I love. All right, here we go. We got the Suns, 3.5-point favorites over the Nuggets. See, I still think that this Nuggets team is a team that's trying to stay out of their play-in spot and really going to fight for it. We are right about the Clippers here, so I'm going to lean Nuggets here at home, catching the Suns on a back-to-back after a win here. So I'm going to lean Nuggets minus 3.5. I saw plenty of predicted scores and game simulations earlier this morning, which I do a lot of, saying the Suns win this game by 6 to 10 points. I think that this Nuggets team isn't getting enough credit for the grind that Jokic can put this team through, and Aaron Gordon too, I guess, to some extent. And then some of the other guys like Bones Highland and whatnot stepping up and realizing the situation that they're in and really wanting to stay out of that play-in. So I mean, it's weird. It might be a little far-fetched, but I believe in this Nuggets team really grinding towards the end of the year. So I'm going to lean Nuggets here, minus 3.5 over a good Phoenix Suns team. But that's going to wrap it up for the predictions portion of this video, guys. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Consider joining the channel. I feel like I've mentioned it so many times, and if you guys are already joined, I do appreciate it so much, and you guys will get your pop-up and shout-out when we get the graphics back next video. I promise you that. But yeah, guys, let's make some money tonight. Keep an eye on the pinned comment. My player props will be added in there throughout the day, and I'll explain it in the Discord. Make sure to join that as well. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.